Eleanor's house had always been a vibrant place, every corner filled with cherished memories. At 72, she lived alone in the same spacious home where she had raised her children, welcomed her grandchildren, and hosted countless celebrations. Eleanor loved her morning ritual, sipping tea at her kitchen table, gazing out the window at her flower garden, and chatting warmly with neighbors during daily walks. Yet lately, something felt different. One rainy morning, as Eleanor climbed the staircase, a sharp pain in her knee made her pause. The house, once cozy and comforting, suddenly felt large and unwelcoming. Rooms she seldom entered seemed to echo with silence. Tasks like cleaning, gardening, and even climbing stairs became increasingly challenging. Yet Eleanor hesitated to admit it. The thought lingered. Is my beloved home now too big for me? Days turned into weeks, and Eleanor found herself skipping walks and social outings. The vibrant garden she loved was becoming overgrown, and maintaining her large house felt exhausting rather than fulfilling. Loneliness crept into her evenings, the silence a constant reminder of her isolation. She quietly worried about her independence, wondering, should I stay here and adapt, or should I downsize to something more manageable? Each evening she mulled this question, uncertain about the right path forward. One sunny afternoon, Eleanor received a visit from her dear friend Margaret, who had recently moved into a smaller, accessible apartment nearby. Over coffee, Eleanor confided her concerns about staying versus downsizing. Margaret smiled gently, understanding in her eyes. You know, Eleanor, Margaret said, it's not about losing something, it's about choosing a lifestyle that gives you freedom and joy. Intrigued, but still cautious, Eleanor decided to attend a community seminar on downsizing and aging in place. At the event, experts shared valuable insights. Eleanor learned that aging in place wasn't merely about staying put, it meant proactively modifying her home to suit her evolving needs, such as installing grab bars, stairlifts, or moving the bedroom to the main floor. Conversely, downsizing was about simplifying her life, reducing physical strain, and joining a community that offered vibrant social opportunities. Feeling encouraged, Eleanor scheduled a home modification expert for an in-depth consultation. They discussed practical changes, non-slip floors, accessible showers, motion sensor lighting, and a stairlift. Eleanor began envisioning these changes, each designed to preserve her independence and safety. Simultaneously, she visited Margaret's community multiple times, joining social events and engaging with residents who shared their personal experiences of downsizing. These conversations revealed an unexpected benefit: friendships, activities, and a revitalized social life. Weeks passed, and Eleanor began implementing small modifications at home, adding rails on stairways, installing brighter lighting, and decluttering unused rooms. With each improvement, she felt more confident and less burdened. Decluttering felt emotionally freeing, as donating cherished items became acts of generosity and healing. Yet, she continued to grapple with whether a smaller home might offer greater emotional fulfillment. Eleanor's family noticed positive changes and offered their support. Her daughter, Lisa, gently suggested that downsizing might enhance Eleanor's well-being by reducing stress and offering closer community ties. Hearing this from her daughter gave Eleanor a new perspective. Downsizing wasn't losing memories, but rather creating space for new ones with family and friends. Determined, Eleanor finally decided to tour apartments in the same senior community as Margaret. She discovered comfortable, manageable living spaces and met people who shared her interests in gardening, crafts, and daily walks. The community manager warmly encouraged her, saying, "Eleanor, downsizing doesn't erase your past. It makes room for a fulfilling future." Over several months, Eleanor continued transforming both her physical environment and her emotional mindset. Each small victory in adapting her home or exploring new communities brought newfound joy. Her morning walks resumed, accompanied by new friends. Social gatherings replaced lonely evenings, enriching her days with warmth and laughter. Ultimately, Eleanor realized the choice between downsizing and aging in place wasn't a rigid decision. It was about embracing changes that enhanced her quality of life. Whether staying or moving, Eleanor learned the power of intentional planning, community engagement, and embracing change gracefully. Today, Eleanor thrives in her new, smaller home, perfectly suited to her lifestyle, surrounded by supportive neighbors and close friends. She actively participates in community events, finds joy in simplified daily routines, and regularly visits her old neighborhood, maintaining cherished connections. She often shares her journey, encouraging others. Take one small step today. Explore your options and trust yourself. You deserve a life filled with joy, comfort, and connection. So, to those listening now, remember Eleanor's journey. Reflect, explore, and choose the path that feels right for you. Taking just one small step today can lead you toward greater freedom, safety, and happiness. Your best chapter is waiting to be written.